Awesome accounting students. It's time for questions from the class. After recent submissions, two great questions have come up from several students. The first one is, how do I center titles of financial statements over the financial statement itself? Let me address that first. On the screen, you see the who, what, and when, which is part of the three-line heading that you should have on all financial statements and charts for that matter. The easiest way I know of to center the information is to highlight the area that you want the information centered over. So right now, I am selecting my cells. Then from the Home tab, explode the alignment option. And then over here on the format cells, let me see if I can make this a little bigger. I can't easily anyways. On the format cells, on the horizontal box, choose center across selection. Once you click it, press OK. That will automatically put it in the center of the area that you've highlighted. I encourage you not to use the merge and center option. There's a short video on the general discussion board as to why not. Why am I telling you not to use that? You can watch that short video. The other question that came up is a good question, and their question is, how do I indent to make my columns look neat? So here's my answer to that question. I always start off my worksheets with very small column widths. So as you see right now, I'm changing the widths of the first few columns. And by doing that, you create an automatic way to align your work. So for example, if I wanted to call this section operating revenues, and then I wanted to come down here, whoops, now I should have left aligned that. It looks like that center aligned from the centering I just did. So let me left align these first few columns as you watch. That'll take care of that issue. Then when I go and I calculate these various things, you can use the automatic indentations that come with a new column. So I could put, for example, sales, and then less sales, returns, and allowances. And then if I wanted to, maybe after I listed the discounts, I could come over again and put net sales. And you see that these create clear, crisp indentations. The other option that you have that you probably learned about as you read through your text is this indent option. However, that kind of limits you to the spacing of the indentations. That's why I personally prefer setting up these first few columns. I also usually do that at the ending also, so that I can indent as wanted. Now you notice when I left aligned column A, it took away my centering. So just to demonstrate that to you one more time on how to center, you would center the items or center the area that you wanted the items centered across. You would explode the alignment ribbon. You would go to the horizontal text alignment and you would choose center across selection. And it will put it right smack dab in the middle. We'll be learning more about this in the model building section, but don't hesitate to play around with some of the features that you learned. You could put a box around the title like you just saw me do. You could even play around with the various shading options, which is just to choose a color that might be a grayscale. That all adds value to your work. Right now we're learning the basics, and so I'm not harping on that right now. But in the model building section that's coming up after the midterm, you'll be earning points based on how well you format your data. Of course, there will be videos along the way showing you how to do everything. Some of you want to learn it all right now, And in a fast-paced class, that doesn't always happen, but I thought I'd send out this short video to help reinforce some of those basic concepts. Which reminds me, every chart that you do should also have the same 3-line heading: who, what, and when. Hope that helps. As always, I'm available for help. Professor Johnson, signing out.